Today I'd like to show you how I organise my embellishments. As I said in my last video, I showed you how I stored my die cuts. Now this system has slightly changed. You don't know how systems are going to work until you've obviously worked with it for some time. So this is how it used to be, and partly it still is. In this box is where I keep all my little bulky embellishments. Some of these I've already hauled. It's like these from the works, and I've got my pearl ones with Winnie the Pooh. I've got my gems in here. I've got these that I've hauled, and in this box here I've got all like Christmas bits. And what I use a lot of are these little mini Ziploc bags that I got from Amazon, and they're really good because I can reuse them as the stock changes. So I think they're only something like 95p from Amazon, including postage and packaging. And this is what I mean. This is the sort of thing I do. So in little baggies, I've got my owls and different things like this. Now, because I do some crafting with my friends' grandkids, and as you know, crafting can get expensive. Sometimes when I get some lovely wrapping paper, this is what I do. In an evening, watching TV with the family, as I said, what I do is I actually cut the wrapping paper out. This is cupcakes. I hope you can see that. And then what I've done is I've cut the wrapping paper out around the cupcakes, and then I've laminated it, so it just gives it a little bit of stiffness to it. This way we were making fancy paper clips, we've done pegs, or we've just used them to stick on different things. So that's just a little idea. As I said, some wrapping papers are gorgeous. We did have for the guys, the little boys, I had a little bit, a tiny bit of million wrapping paper left, so we did these. I've only got a couple left. So, and as I caravan, I did get some paper. I use these quite a lot in my planner, little caravans. And I use these in my planner, especially if we're going away for the weekend or something, and I will stick a caravan or a holiday in the caravan in my planner. So that's just a little bit. So that's more of the bulky embellishments that I keep there. And as I said, I've organised my desk, although hubby says it is cluttered, but it's to how I use it. I try and at least clear this area. Now, when I'd done the die cut embellishments, I was using this, as I said. I have now got a bigger one, which I'll show you in a moment. But in this one, which is actually a CD case, I've put embellishments, bits and pieces that I want to try and use up first if I can, before I go and use the others. It's like when you've got maybe a couple of little bits on a strip or something. So what I've done is I've put them in here. Sorry if it's a bit glary there. Or bits and pieces I've stamped. And the idea is obviously to go through this first and see if I could use these bits and pieces at first. It's like little scraps of paper. I mean, that was just a little scrap of paper with the cupcakes on it. I thought, us crafters, we don't like throwing nice bits of paper away. So I thought I could flick through this like this. It might be strange, a little donut, but that actually was the tag that came off of a mug that I bought. and that little tag came off pyjamas. This is what I mean. I've got a couple of butterflies, as I say, bits and pieces. So I'm hoping I've got like an odd button. I've got bits and pieces in here, and as I say, hopefully, you know, I can try and use these up first, or, you know, I'm trying to be a bit more organised rather than trying to find all my embellishments. As I said, this box is always work, but it was getting a bit out of hand. Now, my other video, I said I brought this photo album. It was 39p, and for a fact that a bit of glue in, it's repaired. Now, I'm not sure how this is going to work. As I said, it might change, but this is what's going to happen for the near future anyway, and we'll see how it goes. So, in here, I've put what I've die cutted, any things that I've punched out, and then I've got a section of strips where it's got maybe a few stickers on or something like that. So it might be easy if I just show you what I mean. So, first of all, we've got my caravans. And I say, sometimes they do slide a bit, but we'll see how it goes. We've got owls, and obviously the clocks that I've done. Some endearments, my birds, a couple of butterflies, snowmen, and a deer, because I obviously will be starting to punch out or die cut Christmas embellishments. I got hearts. I've used this one, as I said, a few times. My little camera with selfie. And this is actually punched out of actual artificial leaves. That is for a project I'm in the process of doing. This was a punch that a friend had, and she had the also the besides the punch, she had the print and stuff. I was trying to think what it was. It's like 5 o'clock in the morning. Everybody else is asleep. As I say, I'm awake. And some leaves. Got tags there. As I said, I'd like to get a larger tag if I can. These are just, we did a project with my friend's grandkids. So we had a punch, and these are all flowers. And then got a few sections left. Now this is what I mean by bits and pieces strips. So I've got obviously some embellishments here, some kiddie ones. I've just hauled these actually for men's cards. Sorry if it's glaring. And I say the mini envelopes I've used. I love these with the elephant and the owls. And some more there. Got a few unicorns there. They were from Hobbycraft. And the Winnie the Pooh. I use these a lot. These were actually from Pound World. And some stickers. And a few Christmas ones there. And then I've got plenty left over. So that's my embellishment book. And the final thing that I've showed you to try and keep organised for sure on my desk. I am not one of the tidiest crafters. Actually, I'm quite messy. Is rather than have all bits and pieces on my desk. And I have pointed this out. This is what I got from TK Maxx on sale. I think I got it for, I don't know whether the price is still on there, is it? Probably is. I've done this, £3. That was it. It was reduced down to £3, and it's my colours. So basically, it's like I was doing bits and pieces with Winnie the Pooh. But what I promised myself is that I will sort it out. And I do use these a lot. And these have been pulled all over YouTube. I do like the sticky notes with the ice cream. And then I got my unicorn tape, glue dots. This is what I mean. I try and keep bits and pieces, and this is going to be a project over the weekend. I've got little bits and pieces here that I've still got to sort out. I don't know whether you can see that. That are kind of cards or bits and pieces that I'm going to go through, and a bit of string there. It's not supposed to be permanent. This is the thing. This is what I keep saying to myself. It's got to be sorted out. And then obviously, as I said before, dog clips. I've got my lip balms and some mini tapes there. But that's what I do to try and keep my desk pretty clear. And you might have seen, and I always also have my little pineapple tray, which I got from Wilko's, which if I got gems or something, I just put bits on there to try and keep it tidy. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'm sorry if I'm not quite with it, but I just wanted to get this video up. I've got a busy day today. I'm going to my friends, and we've got all our grandkids, and there's a few adults, and we're going to have an end of summer party. It's actually emoji party. In the past we've had pirate parties, so I don't think I'll be doing any videoing, but we shall see. I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a good day. Have a good weekend. Thank you.